First game on Overgrowth, spawning in the top right position, is going to be playing for Vega Squadron. It is the orange Protoss player Word, who also goes by the name of Cougar. Cougars. Cougars are good. Alright, introducing Petraeus, playing for Team Root, spawning in the bottom left position on Overgrowth as the yellow Zerg player. Seriously guys, I mean, yellow and orange. Yeah, this is going to be a very fun cast. I have no doubt about that. Let's see what Elegaluk has to say about these two guys. Yep, it's not even close, 90% in favor of Petraeus. So, needless to say, at least on paper, it's going to be surprising if Word can take a series off of Petraeus. But it would be very nice for him if he would at least take one map of the Australian Zerg. Whoa! Next level StarCraft right here, guys. Expansion going down at the third base location at instead of the natural. And the timing is actually very similar for a hatch first at the natural. So already we can see Petraeus completely fooling his opponent. And this probe did not even go up to the base to scout if there's a pool growing or not. Because, hey, it's 2:30, 15 hatch should be going down. Wow. He's going to see that pool and he's going to be like, I successfully blocked the expansion attempts. Now you're forced into a pool first play, which I can, react to. Well, it's, little does he know that it's actually going to be a 3-base Zerg. Or does he? Wait, why is he... huge facepalm right now as he finds out what is happening. The Nexus is not even done yet, or down yet, should I say. Cybernetics core, second gas being taken. Are we even going to see an expansion? That's what I wonder, because this is like a Stalker being chrono boosted. Ward really wants to get a lot of pressure sent Petraeus' way. There's going to be a Queen here and a couple of Zerglings to defend at third base, which should be just fine versus the Mothership Core Stalker Zealot poke. There's going to be 2 Stalkers. Well, that could be a problem. Mothership Core nowhere to be seen so far. Not enough gas for that. But that's going to be remedied. Now, Petraeus, I really love his moves here. Already having the Lings out on the map, trying to get a surround of a Stalker, or maybe the Zealot, just, basically trying to delay his opponent. From reaching the third base, and he sees no Nexus, so he's like, this can't be good. Sees the probe. Will he get the probe? Will he get the probe? Will he get the probe? He will not. The Nexus will go up. A couple of Lings inside the main base. They will be dealt with. Nice micro there, saving that one probe. Only losing one so far, so okay, make that 2. But still, nice job so far for Word. But the key thing to take away from this is that he was not able to put on any pressure onto the bases. So Petraeus, I think he's quite happy to exchange a couple of Lings, 4 to be exact, for the fact that he can safely get up all his 3 bases and all his queens. Look at this, 3 queens at the third base and more queens in production at the main and the natural. I think it's going to be just fine. This could be a danger, however. We have still no gas being, or not enough gas being mined by Petraeus. He only just now took his assimilator, extractor. And we have a Twilight Council going down, a Forge as well. Nice block there against the Zerglings. He may get a Sentry, I doubt it. Sentry actually kills all the Zerglings. And yeah, these are going to be DTs. So Petraeus, with such a late gas, that you pretty much want to invest into link speed or roaches or some kind of defense, With such a late gas, he's going to rely on Spore Crawlers for defense. Now, luckily, he does have enough queens, so if the DTs do make it inside the third or the natural, if there are spores there, these queens can protect the spores and transfuse those, because they... I think they should have at least a couple of transfusions saved up just for that occasion. No third base being laid down by Word, instead he adds on 3 additional gateways, fully walling this off. Atreus sees everything. He's the Sibylla of StarCraft right now. And we have a robo facility coming up as well. Wow. The Protoss tech seems to be all over the place, but remember, the DT Shrine was used as a reactionary measure pretty much against that hatchery, so it's going to try and put some pressure, poke with these 2 soldiers, force Patreus to show his army. Then he's going to move the DTs, warped in from this pylon over here, into the third base. We have no detection over here. The lair is just now only on the way, so depending on how many DTs are being warped in, if any at all, Word could easily take the space out. Is he warping in any DTs yet? Is he warping in any DTs yet? Is he warping in any DTs? Come on, warp the fuck... Yes! Yes! The third is gone, guys. The third is gone. I mean, if he doesn't split those DTs up, he will kill this. There's no way around it. You can even do it with the lair finished. The Spore Crawler going down. Those DTs need to target fire down the hatchery. The lair will be done in a moment. Oh my god, he's not doing it! He's not doing it! Why are you not doing... Well, oh! Such a big opportunity missed. Let's take a look what's happening at the natural base. Nothing so far. The DTs at most are going to kill a couple of drones, and that's just about it. Where are the overseers? The lair is already down. The overseers should be... There's the overseer. Oh my goodness. That hatchery could have been dead. Wow. Wow, 3 drones killed. Patreus, you are one lucky son of a bitch. I mean, you know, to be fair, Word could not have known if the lair was done or not. He hasn't scouted that, so, you know, he could not have known. So that's to his credit, but still, if you're going to warp in 4 DTs, friggin' target down the hatchery, right? Oh, nice. Getting those 2 Stokers. Where is the Warpism? Okay, DT drop in the main. He's going to get the... Why is he... Okay, at this point I'm completely lost. Like, he's got DTs, there is no detection around, and he's just walking around with these DTs left and right, pretty much getting almost nothing done for them. Well, yeah, he killed 24 units. Excuse me, 24. But those must have been lings, right? Yeah, 19 lings, and that's just about it. 2 queens. I don't know. I mean, a lot has been invested into these DTs, and so far they're almost doing nothing. No third base for the Protoss player just yet. His tech is really behind compared to where it should have been. +1 weapons only just now started. I am really confused. Is this going to be just another type of all-in? It looks like... That's a lot of gateways. That's 8 gateways with +1 against this. We have Hive already on the way for Patreus. A 4th base that's, of course, gonna get up. Okay, so that's a pretty weird spot to build a 3rd base at, but... I mean, usually you see it here, but given the fact that there's an Overlord blocking it, it does make sense. I'm just wondering, you know, this is a Zerg player almost maxed out on roaches, adding on swarm hosts. We have no Colossi, no blink, no +2, so these Stokers are going to be super weak versus that mass of roaches, especially with the link support. And once those locusts start barreling down on the 3rd base of the Protoss, Word is not going to be very happy. In fact, he's going to be frustrated. And, you know, if I were him, the moment I see those swarm hosts and those locusts, I would just tap out. He knows Petraeus is on 4 bases. He is pretty much saturated. I'm wondering a little bit as to why Petraeus is not attacking. Maybe he's waiting for those swarm hosts to come in. And instead, it is going to be Word that's going to be pushing out. I don't know, I mean... there's a huge army here, albeit blocked by the debris. I'll grant that. He should break down those rocks. There are no drones to be harassed over at the third base, unfortunately. And no blink in play. Temple Archives being added on by Word. He's trying to crawl himself back into this game, but yeah, I don't think this'll... I don't think he'll be able to. I mean, Petraeus has just such a good position in this game. He's got static defense going for him already. He's got a huge Roach army supporting those Locusts. Finally, we have +2 and Blink on the way for the Protoss player, but honestly, a little bit too late. Now, granted, the more time Petraeus is giving the Protoss, the worse off he'll be, or should I say, the better off Word will be as a Protoss. And he's okay, those force fields are not going to trap anybody. I was just about to say that he's doing a good job of catching those roaches out on the map, but those force fields did not trap them. Of course, the 3 cannons should push this back with a couple more warpins. Word, in the meantime, is pushing through the center. These rocks are working against Petraeus right now. There's a lot of sentry, not a whole lot of firepower. Protoss will have to rely on the force field, but against so many spine crawlers and incoming locust waves, this is going to be a tough fight to take. Looks like Word will have to move back. Still more lanes and swarm hosts are being added on by Petraeus. I think Word's one chance right now is to build as big of a Blink Stalker army as he can, and try to use force fields smartly in a clever way to cut off those swarm hosts and kill them off before this third base comes onto too much pressure. I think that's his best chance. How many gateways do we have? 9. This is doable. He'd have to decide though. No, he's getting Storm. So this is pretty much a one-shot weapon. He'll get Storm, he'll get a couple of High Templars, and then he'll try to max out quickly and maybe break Petraeus. But by that time, Petraeus will have Vipers out on the field. The third is under attack as well. I can't say for sure if this will stay alive. Probably not. The Nexus is going to explode in a cascade of sparks. And this is pretty much a 1-base Protoss that we're talking about, going up against a 4-base Zerg. Not a pretty picture. And this will, of course, force Ward's hand. He'll have to attack now. There's no way that he can hold back, just like this. Okay, he's trading decently, not too much blink micro going on right now, but that should change. But oh my god, look at the setup that Petraeus has over here. I mean, the force fields are going to run out eventually. This army is not as big as Word might have wanted. He's distance mining from the third base. He's trying to get a fourth as well, which is good for him. Petraeus, does he still have any roaches? No, he traded all the roaches away. A couple of storms may go down onto the workers, but that's not going to get too much down, I don't think. And as we said, this is the one attack that Ward has in him. Storm going on, but the abducts are abducting the stalkers. Wow. Now, of course, this is because you cannot get too close to the Templars, because you'll get fed back. Nice yoink on that Immortal, however. And the longer this fight will be going on, the worse it'll be for Ward, so he has to pull back. Petraeus targeting down the High Templars with the Locusts. Nice job. And Ward will have to pull back. His third has been rebuilt, though. His fourth is up as well, so economically speaking, he's back in the saddle. Unfortunately, tech-wise speaking, he's way behind, and we have double Spire going up, so this may be, you know, this may be Broodlords, this may be Mutalisks. I'd be in favor of Mutalisk switch. The map is decently small for Mutalisks to just jump from one location to the other. Let's see which one is it going to be. Currently, Patreus is maxed out on 28 Swarm Hosts. Now, these may be for Corruptors as well, in the event that your Protoss opponent gets Stargates and starts building up a fleet of Tempests. You could switch into Mass Corruptor from this. Nevertheless, the bank for Patreus is only getting higher and higher and higher at this point. Word will have to be the active one on the map currently, as, you know, Patreus has 28 free unit generators, pretty much. Now, DTs are one way that you can try and get back into this game, at least deny the 5th base from coming up. Problem is, Patreus is expanding, is double expanding, essentially, at the opposite sides of the map. And it's going to be Mass Blink Stalkers from this point on, which I think this is what Ward should have done before. These DTs are not even getting much done, being trailed by an Overseer. This base is being taken out by the Stalkers. That's nice for Ward, but there are 2 additional bases that will go up, and I don't know how much there is that Ward can do about it. And finally, we are seeing the double, triple Stargate going up, so maybe a transition into Void Rays or Tempests. Unfortunately, Patreus is already ready for that, prepared with the double Spire, so he'll be able to counter that very nicely. And yeah, this base is going to be constantly under fire by those Locusts. Okay, these are in danger right now, but there are no oh, the Observer was all the way in back. That was a little bit unfortunate. He could have taken down at least 5 Swarm Hosts with this group of Stalkers before the next Locust wave. As it is, he'll have to retreat and blink away. Or wait for a better position for himself. Luckily, these Swarm Hosts are so far away that the Locusts cannot reach this or this base. So these locations are... what the hell? These locations are safe, so to speak. And they can mine for like 10 more minutes. 10, 12, 16 more minutes, I'd say. Because those bases are almost full of minerals. So if Ward plays this correctly, or well, should I say, we have at least 16 more minutes of gameplay ahead of us. The static defenses are not getting any bigger here for... well, okay, they are. I was just about to say that Patreus should start building those spines and spores wherever and whenever he can. And he's constantly doing that if you take a look. Adding on all the additional upgrades that he's been missing so far, and it's not going to be Tempest, it's going to be Void Rays. Yes, I don't know. I mean, if you go Tempests, with Mass Tempests you are, and with the help of Oracles, you are able to snipe away Spore Crawlers, Spine Crawlers, Locusts, Swarm Hosts from far away, but at the same time, Void Rays are way better against Corruptors than Tempests are, so... Ward is probably going to be relying on a mix of Void Rays and Stalkers to take the engagement versus Patreus. It's not too difficult to micro either, just has to be careful. With these upgrades just now finishing, by the way, the Locusts will only get stronger, and this is where Ward will stop trading cost efficiently against the Locusts with the Stalkers. Patreus constantly sending Locusts every which way. He's at 30 Swarm Hosts right now. Oh, nice! Did you see that? I didn't know Blink saved your units from being abducted. Maybe that's because not a lot of Zergs are abducting Stalkers, but still, fun to see. Ward is almost maxed out. What's his composition looking like, I wonder? 1 High Templar, 24 Stalkers and 8 Void-Rays. Good Fungal, oh my goodness, that was a good Fungal. Pays the price of 2 Infestors. And a base, again. Looks like Ward is stabilizing this game. I mean, he's managed to hold on to this base for a decent number of time. He's almost mined it out. And here are the Void Rays kind of wrecking everything. And Patreus is going to lose another base. Is he going to... yeah, Mass Corruptors coming in, but Corruptors are not very good versus Void Rays. There are a couple of Infestors here. They do have fungal growths, but do they have enough to kill all of these Void Rays? That is the question. Probably not. With the help of Queens and Corruptors, they may be able to, but no. Ward takes out the base and pulls back. There's still one base down here. Yeah, the Spore Crawler is just about the only thing protecting that versus the DTs. More Void Rays are coming in, and the Corruptors are not going to be having a happy time. There are no Spore Crawlers or any additional anti-air. The Fungals have all been used up, so Corruptors, bye-bye. And even Phoenix is being added on into the mix in case of a Muta switch. Wow, Ward is actually playing this very nicely in the late game. Going to start taking down these swarm hosts that were posing a threat to the forward base for such a long time. Whoa. I did not see this coming, did you guys? Okay, so we have Swarm Hosts, Vipers, Infestors, and a couple of Corruptors for Patreus. I wonder... I mean, he'd have to catch those Void Rays pretty much off guard. There's not that many of them. But there's a big group of Blink Stalkers making their way to the bottom base. They're going to take that out without any problem. Patreus' army is all the way up here, completely out of position. This base is not even important at this stage of the game to Ward, because it's almost mined out anyways, so he'll only lose workers there, which, you know, he doesn't care about anyways. He had more than he had used for. Now, he should be blinking away. No, that was not a good thing. He's going to lose a couple of Stalkers because of this, but still. Where are those Void Rays, by the way? Okay, 6 Void Rays. Oh! Patreus losing all of his Infestors, not paying attention. Wow! That was very unlucky. Very, very unlucky. And is Patreus even mining right now? That's... oh, he's mining very... his mining is very low. He's pretty much down to... 1 mining base right now. And Ward has turned this around, it looks like. Once he takes care of all the anti-air, those Void Rays will rule the sky, and he will be able to take out the remainder of the Swarm Hosts. All he needs to do is add on detection to this fleet. That's, and that's it. He may even start to take his gold base. There's not very many resources left on Patreus' side of the map anyways, so... wow. 3 more Void Rays in production, and this group of Blink Stalkers is going to probably take out yet another base. Ward playing this very nicely, getting his armor upgrades as he goes, takes the gold base as we said he would. Patreus in dire straits, he cannot even build any units anymore. Just Infestors, that's it, but Infestors are not going to be enough. This was a very, very well fight for him, however. Good fungal growths coupled with blinding clouds. That's a nice combo. You'd get a sizable chunk of the ground army out of the way there. But how is he going to deal with the Void Rays? That's what he has to find the answer to. As Ward is adding more and more and more over time. Going to start sniping these creep tumors as well. And wow, this base is actually still alive. Couple of mineral patches still left over there. It's gonna take some Gosu Fungals on Patreus' part to win that battle. His Swarmos count went down from 30 to 17, and this fleet with Void Rays could actually take down every single remaining base that Patreus has, as there is no anti-air in those bases. He's already dismantling the ground defenses, the static defenses, the spine crawlers. Patreus, let's take a look at his vision, because I kind of want to see what he's doing when he's looking. He's trying to rebuild by the looks of things. But will Ward allow him that luxury? He's still on 69 probes versus 40 drones. Patreus' mineral income is very low, and minerals do matter at this stage of the game. It's all about minerals. Gas is not going to help you that much. Versus Void Rays, you need a lot of Corruptors, which Patreus is just not going to have. Fungals are probably not going to kill those. Oh my god. Carrier has arrived. Hell yeah. Alright, so I haven't seen carriers for a long time. Graviton Catapult, and you know, I kind of have the feeling that either Ward is getting too cocky over here, or he's just going to try to shove this down Patreus' throat, saying, I am the boss, you're not going to win, get out of the game already. We're having DT run-bys all over the place, Zealot run-bys to the bottom of the map. And these locusts are pretty much not in range of this base, so all in all, Patreus very, very bad off. Although, I mean, he does have a lot of queens and a lot of infestors, so I don't know, I mean, with good fungals, he could definitely make something happen here. He's adding on Ultralisks, so not everything is all said and done yet. But against those carriers, I mean, this may work against the ground army and the Void Rays, but against carriers, I'm not feeling it. I mean, it takes a lot of fungals to bring carriers down, and we don't have any, you know, any meaningful anti-air here. We have queens, yeah, sure, but they're going to be dying to the carriers. Now, fungals are good against interceptors, on the other hand. So, I don't know. I'm still not feeling it. Oh, this is I really love this combo. Blinding Cloud and Fungal Growth equals Dead Sulkers. Very nice. Both players pretty low on supply, which is kind of surprising considering the fact how big Ward's bank is. Is he seriously going to try and max out on carriers, though? I mean, it's almost an unstoppable army. If you max out on carriers, then, you know, any Zerg can kiss the game goodbye. You're not gonna win a battle versus those. Or you should not win a battle versus those, to be quite exact. Oh, so close. 3 hit point Void Ray. Not gonna be long for this world once this queen comes around. Bam! Takes it down. Nice. Another Zealot run by to the former third base of Patreus. Patreus is just trying to buy time, trying to mine as much as he can from this one base that he has operational. And he's trying to get a good composition. So far he's got like 9 Swarmists, 2 Ultralisks, 14 Infestors, 5%, 11 Queens. The Queens are the key here for transfusions, for anti-air. I don't know, I think it would have been better to just keep whacking away at the hatchery. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways, because Ward has so many minerals in his bank. And finally, it looks like Patreus almost killed this Nexus, but just almost, as the Infestors had to retreat. And yeah, once Petraeus sees these carriers, I don't know. I don't want to call anything just yet because I just want to see the carriers fight, which should be the final fight of the game, I do believe. There's nothing else that I want to see. And Petraeus, you know, he did manage to get this gold base up and running in the meantime. Again, there's not too many minerals remaining here, but he's only at 47 drones, so it makes sense that he would like to make full use of those, if he can. The carriers have moved, actually. Alright, let's see this. 4 Croptors, which means that Petraeus knows. He knows. But, you know, carriers, they have the range advantage. With these upgrades, the interceptors will be doing a whooping amount of damage. The best that Petraeus could hope for is just abduct those carriers one at a time, then fungling them in place, and having enough anti-air to kill them off. He's even moving spore killers down here, or up here, should I say. At the same time, we have a couple of infested Terrans spawning here at this nexus. They're gonna bring it down, or should. So this is one more base that Ward will be losing. Yep. And he's not utilizing his carriers so far. He's bringing in the High Templars as well. And the Mothership! How the hell did I miss that? Yeah, that's because of the Vipers. He wants to feedback everything that will be getting even remotely close. My computer is gonna be lagging like shit. But it doesn't matter because we have close carriers in the game. They're bringing down everything. This is like the dream armada of every Protoss player, and no Protoss player ever gets to the stage where he can field this many carriers, cloaked with a Mothership, and backed up with High Templar support. I mean, poor Petraeus. He doesn't even see the High Templars feedbacking his own Vipers. Storm's going down on everything. There are a couple of Corruptors here. Still quite enough carriers remaining to finish this off. The Mothership core is still alive. It's going to be targeted down quickly over here. And even yoinked over the Queens. It looks like the expensive army of the Protoss player, however, is going to survive. The transfusions are going off on everything that they can go off onto. Oh, this is such a tense fight. Still 4 Queens remaining. How are there still 4 Queens remaining? 2 Queens. Okay, they're getting targeted down. 1 Queen remaining. It's gonna be killed off. Ward has won the battle. At the same time, he's not mining any minerals. He's down to 14 probes. What the hell happened? I must have missed something. This completely changes the calculus, however, because Petraeus still has income. He's adding on more and more Croptors. He's lacking gas a little bit. These Ultras are going to be uncontested on the ground. There's just nothing to kill them apart from DTs if they don't have Observer around. And the 4 carriers in the air, that's everything that Ward has. And don't forget, Interceptors, they cost minerals as well. 25 minerals per Interceptor, so the more of these die, the less money Ward is going to have. 1 probe, what the hell? Where? Okay, this is the last probe for Ward. Where the hell did all those probes go down? Was it here? Anyone knows? Because I completely missed that. I was so obsessed with the carrier battle that I completely missed the probes being killed. So, the question is, can these 4 carriers do it? Looks like they can't. One after another, they're being killed. And now Ward doesn't even have enough minerals to rebuild the Interceptors. He has 3 more carriers reinforcing this, this flight group. Oh. I can't I can't see Ward doing this. Oh my god, I can't. How is this possible? How the hell is this possible? How can you not win with 10 fucking carriers cloaked by a mothership? How can you not win? What the hell? Jesus. And I can imagine Ward is staring at the screen in the same disbelief I am. GG called! Patreus 1-up against Ward. Game number 2 coming up.